ABC13 Eyewitness News starts now.
Now at 4:30, a man accused of causing a crash that killed his son appears in court. Police say he was intoxicated at the time.
And progress in the fight to control the game preserve fire in Walker County. Only on 13, we're taking you to the front lines with the firefighters battle the smoke and the flames.
And starting today, the best reasons yet to get an easy tag going into effect. Good morning on this Labor Day. Good for you being up at 4:30. I'm Jacob Rascone.
And I'm Lileana Pearson, meteorologist Alita Laresca. She's here with us. She's got a first look at our weather.
Well, first of all, welcome, Lileana.
Yeah.
To the first, I think this is the first time we've seen you anchor the morning show with us. So this is very exciting. Welcome, welcome. All right, weather-wise for today, what have we got going on? You're going to notice it as soon as you step outside the door. I mean, you probably felt it over the weekend. Those dew point temperatures, the humidity levels, it is back, my friends. Extreme steam going on with those dew point temperatures, and we've been talking a lot about these dew point temperatures when they were falling last week, and now they're on the rise, meaning that humidity, yeah, it's coming back. At least at September levels, we're talking feels like temperatures right now in the low 90s, upper 90s down in Galveston, also down toward Palacios. Right now, Sealy, not bad with 86 degrees, or at least the feels like temperatures. This upper level low, the storm system just north of Houston, is going to continue to drift up to the north. It is going to drag some moisture in our direction. And so what this means for us the next couple of days, giving us our best chance of seeing a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, it's not for everybody. I know, I'm sorry. This morning, it's mainly along the coastline, along the upper Texas coast into Louisiana, and then by the afternoon, with just enough daytime heat, we're going to see some of these showers and thunderstorms spread from the coast inland. You know, I'm hopeful that a lot of this falls around the Harris County area, because that's right now what Future Track is showing. Not much happening on the northwest side of town, even east of I-45, very, very limited. But indeed, for today, there is going to be a chance for you to dodge a few of these showers and thunderstorms. You want to keep your eye to the sky. Make sure you've got an opportunity to check out the radar before you have any sort of prolonged activity outdoors. And if you will be outdoors, still talking about some unseasonably warm conditions. So make sure you've got plenty of hydration, lots of water, with temperature readings somewhere in the mid to upper 90s today. I'll have more details on what's ahead when you head back to work, back to school this week, coming up in just a few minutes.
Alita, thanks. Overnight, a father charged in a crash that killed his 10-year-old son appeared in court.
Sheriff deputies say Emmanuel Camacho Patino was intoxicated when he crashed his truck. Camacho Patino was given a $1 million bond. The sheriff's office says that he was intoxicated Saturday night when his back left tire tread separated and he couldn't control his SUV. His son was sitting in the front seat. He was ejected and killed. The boy was not wearing a seatbelt. The defense blames the crash on the tire, saying the state will have difficulty proving felony murder. The hearing officer sided with the state on bond.
I've heard the argument of both attorneys in regard to bond amount on this murder case. Court does know that the information on file is that your minor child who was in the car with you was killed in the car collision in which you were the driver, and that you allegedly were driving while intoxicated. I am going to set your bond in the recommended amount from the state of $1 million.
He has a number of bond conditions, including surrendering his passport, wearing a GPS monitor, and installing an ignition interlocking device if he can make the $1 million bond. He's due back in court tomorrow.
This morning, Galveston police are still looking for the gunman who fired shots at a house party, killing 2 people. Happened Saturday night at a home on Mendocino Drive. This in Point San Luis subdivision of Galveston's West End. Police say there was an argument and it ended with shots fired. 2 men died. Police say they do not have a suspect in custody, but there is no danger now to the public.
As the game preserve fire burns in Walker County, more than 100 firefighters are working to get the flames under control. At last check, the fire was 60% contained. ABC13's Giovanni Leggi has the only Houston reporter to join some of those firefighters on the front lines.
Crews are making significant progress in containing what was a fast-moving wildfire just north of Huntsville. Firefighters saying the flames at one point stretching dozens of feet into the sky.
These trees are probably 40 foot tall, so I would say the flames were probably another 20 above that as it was rolling through, so anywhere 60, 65 feet. We're gonna ride through the middle of the fire first.
We joined the Florida Forest Service's red team on the front lines. The flames scarce and under control, but crews still hard at work. They're creating fire breaks for if the flames flare back up and dropping thousands of gallons of water every minute on smoldering spots. This is Operations Chief Brian Prill. He's been a wildland firefighter for almost 3 decades. He's now the top man in charge of this fire, keeping track of crews and directing them.
What we'll do afterwards, once they get this all smooth, then we'll bring the brush trucks in and they'll start cooling down all the edges and everything else to make sure it stays inside the box.
He said it's still too early to tell what started the fire, but showed me where crews think it began. So this is where crews say they believe the fire started, and you can really just see how tall those flames were by looking at the charred trees. Everything in this area is just burned to a crisp. These trees look like matchsticks. Operations Chief Brill said he travels around the southeast when fires get bad, and this year has been busy. In Texas alone, these flames have torched more than 100,000 acres. That's more than 75,000 football fields.
The fuels right now are equivalent to having a hard freeze on them, where it just cures them back down to dead.
Crews also say they could be on the ground here for several more days until there's no more hot spots. But for now, they're getting close to having control. In Walker County, Giovanni Ligi, ABC13 Eyewitness News.
That was Giovanni Ligi. This week, Houston ISD families can meet and ask questions of the new district board members. There's a series of community engagement meetings happening this month. The first tomorrow at Farias Early Childhood Center. The second Wednesday at Dede Middle School. Both meetings begin at 6 o'clock.
And a reminder for drivers starting today, getting an Easy Tag will be free. Drivers with the tag will also get a 10% discount at Harris County, West Park, and Hardy toll roads. Your minimum prepaid toll balance is going to be $10. That's down. Used to be $20. By the way, your Easy Tag works throughout Texas, Oklahoma, and even Kansas. And now we're going to go ahead and check back in with Alita. Alita, are we going to be at the pool today?
Oh, for sure. Girl, let's get to the pool. Let's get some added water, a beverage. I mean, you know, load it up. Today's going to be one of those days where we could get a few downpours. Unfortunately, it's not widespread. So there's going to be more of you that are actually going to be stuck under mostly dry, mostly steamy conditions. The first few days of September, above normal. No big change here. Some triple-digit temperatures. Now, for today, temperatures are expected to come down a few degrees because we've added some clouds and even the potential for some showers and thunderstorms. And that'll be also the case for Tuesday and Wednesday as you head back to work, back to school. Again, not a widespread washout event, but there will be a few of you dodging a few showers and downpours today. And then you start to see those temperatures climb toward the latter part of the week, heading into the weekend. As we take the rain showers away, we bring back high pressure, and that's going to allow temperature readings once again to soar right around the century mark. This morning, spotting a few spotty rain showers in and around southeast Texas. Most of the activity staying offshore right now, but if we get in a little bit closer, there's been a couple of spotty rain showers that actually moved around the bay but fizzled out before it even pushed on land. Right now, just a few scattered clouds out there. Otherwise, we're off to a steamy start. 83 degrees right now in Houston. Good morning, Galveston. A beautiful live look. Pleasure Pier off in the distance. Temperature reading of 86 degrees, and you can see the majority of us this morning starting off in the upper 70s to low 80s. And by this afternoon, because of the added clouds, it looks like many of us will be dodging any sort of triple-digit temperatures. 94 today in Katy, 95 in Tomball. This area of low pressure will be our main weather feature the next couple of days to help increase those rain chances. When I mean 40%, you can see with Future Track, most of the activity this morning should stay along the coastline. Along the upper Texas, Louisiana coastline, perhaps between 2 to 4 p.m. is when the sea breeze gets going. going. And as that sea breeze circulation pushes inland, we're going to see the development of a few showers that blossom into some heavy downpours. Similar trend here as we go into Tuesday as well. A couple of areas could pick up maybe half an inch of rain. I'm hopeful. And what could also help is the breeze. The wind gusts across the area between 20 to 25 miles per hour, and then slowly starting to weaken as we get into the evening. So not a bad looking 10-day forecast for you, at least for now. We're not showing you highs of 105 to 110. So there is at least a glimmer of hope for some rain, with temperature readings slowly getting a little bit warmer by the end of the week. Heading into the weekend, there may be some changes in this weather pattern, as it does look like a weak front may want to come in. So as we get a little bit more clarity, as we get closer to the weekend, we'll be adding those raindrops in there if the trends continue. Back to you guys.
All right, Alita, thanks. 4:40, a Willis ISD educator removed from coaching duties. This morning, the district explaining what happened after a bear crawl exercise left some students with severe burns.
Plus, a tearful meeting between two men who just discovered they're half-brothers, how they found each other after more than 5 decades.